Skip pass far side. Nowak back up top. Shockey ready. 3 in the hole. Trap from midcourt has produced the steal. O'Brien up ahead to Kittel, who throws it down. Trying to make it potentially a one-possession game. Up and under Pacey's. Titans by 6. Pinkerton trying to hurry. Three-pointer up and in. 15 is within 8. Politi for 3. Yes, sir. Up, no good. Side iron. Offensive rebound. Rosatano. Back up and in off the glass. Now a steal by Infante. Infante to the cup. That's what Pinkerton right there. Force one here. Up the chin. Who throws it down? McGeady drives. Strand open. Three-pointer up and in. Wow. And sophomore's got Dover within 5. Sawd's 3 is going to beat the buzzer. Up looks for a screen. Trying to find Bono. Pike with the steal. Pike is going to run out the clock. Well, hello everyone, and welcome here to Keene. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball D3 Tournament Championship. Right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. We're in conjunction tonight, of course, with the NFHS Network. Top seed and defending champion Gilford. Undefeated during the regular season, looking for one more for the trophy case. They won it in 2021. They won it in 2022. Looking to three-peat here. Technically, looking to four-peat because in 2020 they were named co-champions along with Messinic after that tournament was canceled before the semifinal round took place due to the COVID-19 situation. Mascoma Valley on the other side, led by head coach Cyrus Iris. They're looking for their first trophy since 1989 when they won the championship. They're only in school history. This is a team that went 13-3 during the regular season. They closed out the campaign winners of 9 in a row. They quote-unquote upset second seed St. Thomas to get here. And they've got one heck of a point guard named Zach Thompson, the senior, looking to finish the job. So Gilford at 18-0, Mascoma Valley, the 3 seed at 13-3. Set to tip off here momentarily at the top of the hour.
Just by looking, and thanks for having me here again. This is great to be here. Back, second championship game of the day. Looking at the two teams, you see a definitive size advantage on the Gilford side. You see length, you see numbers, and in comparison, I think we get from Mascoma, we're going to get a team that likes to push the ball, that has a point guard that likes to run the show and makes things happen. And I'm interested to see how the length versus this style of play turns out in a championship game such as this. Yeah,
bigger floor, as we know, here at Keene State College. Gilford, they won the D3 title on this floor a year ago with a 46-38 victory over Kearsarge. A lot of that team is back under head coach Rick Aquilano, including the Reese brothers. See plenty of them. Isaiah, the junior guard, at 6'2", and of course Jalen at 6'5" inside. It was Jalen's night the other night in the semifinals. He was the high scorer with 24 points. That was just a 3-point game at halftime against 4th-seeded Hopkinton. A 32-15 run in the second half resulted in a 62-42 win. But both those guys can get up and down the floor, and they can also play in the half-court set. As we know, length, very key to their success, as you highlighted.
Absolutely. And then you look at some scores that we kind of had in common, during the season. Mascoma lost to Winnisquam in a weird scoring game, 25-57, whereas Gilford, beat Winnisquam quite handily. And then the St. Thomas win. That's where we just had that. You just mentioned the St. Thomas game. So a relatively solid defeat of St. Thomas in the playoffs, whereas Gilford only beat them by 4 in the regular season. And St. Thomas was 16-1, so they're no slouch.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you're going to get, it'll be interesting to see, because games are always built by matchups, right? So you may play a team, like we see these games, and I went through this and looked at matchups and different games. Sometimes it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who you beat before, because it's all about matchups. Right? So will these guys be too quick? Will these guys be able to handle that speed? We can only wait and see.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes it fun. Contrast to styles. These two teams did not meet during the regular season. And now the starting lineups getting set to be announced here. A packed house. As you can see and as you can hear, very loud. The Mascoma Valley fans seated on the far side have turned out in their purple and white. Well, the Gilford supporters are on the near side here along with us.
That's a lot of purple, Nick, on that opposite side, everywhere.
Tanner Moulton, one of these sophomores with good size for Mascoma Valley, 6'3". He'll man one of the wings. He'll be joined in the backcourt by James Thomas, another 6-foot-plus swing man. The junior is listed at 6'2". Tyler J. Martin, another junior. And another junior with good size at 5'11". Down low for the Royals. Well, here's Zach Thompson. He's the point guard on his way to play college ball at Castleton State next season.
Wearing the number 23.
Yep.
It's an important number.
And rounding it out, Aiden Smith, 5'10" junior guard. The 5 in purple. On the other side for the Golden Eagles, we know about the Reeses, as we mentioned. Isaiah, the junior. Jalen, the senior. Jalen will play in the middle. The other three starters, Brendan Baldy, 5'11" sophomore. Logan Grant, 6'1" junior, veteran forward. And rounding it out is Sam Cheek, 6'5", senior in the middle. All right, let's bring it downstairs for the national anthem. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited? Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. The New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
It's the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship game between top-seeded and two-time defending champion Gilford against third seed Mascoma Valley. The Golden Eagles and the Royals for all the marbles here tonight. Mascoma Valley looking for their first state championship since 1989. Golden Eagles looking to three-peat and capture their third straight on the floor.
That's impressive. Three-peat, Nick, that's a more dynastic talk. Again, so they got basically a bubble championship. We can call that the bubble in COVID-19, right? So they have a championship, they are a co-championship.
I'd say that comes with an asterisk.
An asterisk.
And if we're counting that one, by the way, then this would be 4 in a row.
It would. So, you know, you kind of can, I guess. They probably will count it, right?
Yeah, the NHIAA officially rewarded both Messinic and Gilford as champs back in 2020, even though there was 4 teams left at the time of the cancellation. The semifinals had yet to be played. Meanwhile, we're underway here. Ball's going to belong to Gilford. And Mascoma is going to open up here in a man-to-man. Jalen Reese in the high post, turned it over. Aiden Smith, good weak side commitment there, comes away with the steal. Quick shot at the iron, won't go. It's tipped out to Brendan Baldy. He's got the game's first rebound.
It's like the big fella, the Jalen Reese, the 6'5" senior, is a ball handler. He likes to bring the ball up and handle the ball.
Little floater won't go down for Baldy. Kept alive by Jalen Reese, who's got the game's first field goal.
That was a tough shot. In between 2 defenders, too, on that rebound. Offensive rebound. There it is. 1-2-2, 3/4 court press.
Yep.
There's that middle, Nick, wide open right there in the middle.
Coach Aquilano most likely is going to deploy this press, I would say, most of the game here.
Yeah, and then right now they're in a 2-3 zone. So maybe back that press up into a 2-3 zone, that 1-2-2. See if it changes at all and turns into maybe a different kind of press.
Meanwhile, this is Aiden Smith across the lane, up and under. Tyler J. Martin, too strong. Weak side rebound belongs to Sam Cheek for Gilford.
Got away with a little travel on that last possession.
A reach in. It's going to go against the Royals. And is the first team foul either way here with a minute and a half gone by.
And now we can obviously see that Mascoma has come out in a man. Nice tight man.
Thomas picks up the foul. Standing student section in purple, cheering courtside. Meanwhile, Reese able to score despite losing his footing on an apparent wet spot down there on the baseline.
Yeah, we're going to get the mop out there, make sure that's cleaned up. We've had a lot of gyms lately that are older with leaks everywhere.
Here's a steal. Isaiah with the quick hands, able to come up with the theft. Gilford a 4-0 lead in the basketball. 2 minutes gone by first quarter. Royals going to stay in the half-court man. Isaiah is going to pull the trigger on a 3 that goes around the rim and out. Rebound belongs to Aiden Smith for Mascoma. Royals trying to get on the board here. Thompson double team, pass deflected, ball still loose. Recovered by Thomas along the baseline. He runs into trouble and travels.
Oh, that time got called for the travel. Active, you know what, Gilford, active hands. You can see it in the traps, hands moving, trying to swing, trying to knock balls away, but maybe not reaching quite as much. So you want to see active hands defensively both ways without fouling, right? If you can do that without fouling, you're in good shape.
We forced 2 early turnovers here. There's Isaiah in the post. He'll back out to Jalen, but a travel first. They have dragged the pivot foot in the low post, and now 2 giveaways each way here through the first 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think he was befuddled. I didn't even hear the whistle, so I wasn't too sure there was even a call there. There's the press again, trying to trap the corners, which you want to stay out of.
Thompson splits the defenders, gets it back, draws a foul, and heads to the free throw line.
I don't know if you don't call that. Hopefully you don't call. You do call that. 55, that was the big fella, Jalen Reese, looked like he got all ball. Have to take a look as the Wizard provides us with replay.
That's, of course, our director, Ben Beals. You see Thompson hung on to the ball for maybe an extra quarter second there, enough to draw a little bit of the body contact midair.
Yeah, there wasn't much up top. I thought he might have gotten the ball, but there was up top, there was nothing. So a little bit of body. Maybe he kind of leaned into it, drew the foul.
Crafty play by the senior who hits the first free throw, but misses the second. His teammates got his back, though, as James Thomas able to track it down.
Took one of those wacky bounces off the rim on the missed free throw.
Here's Smith going to pull it out. And Thompson looks to reset. 4-1 Gilford. Mascoma looking for their first field goal. Three-pointer off the wraparound bounce pass. Too strong for Martin. Got a foul here on the rebound attempt. A good box out by Jalen Reese, and they're going to get Tanner Moulton for an over the back there. A little bit of contact on the wrist.
Is that 2 fouls on?
That is. It's number 2.
Yeah, 2 fouls.
On James Thomas. Yeah, I thought it was Moulton.
Yeah, they called that on him.
They give it to Thomas instead. That's number 2. Going to stay on the floor for now. Drop down and finish.
Great feed by the big fella yet again. Who is it? It's a rare 6'5" point guard situation. I love it.
He's got the passing skills, gets the assist on the cheek bucket there, and now a turnover occurs in front of the Gilford bench. Home team likes it. Defense forcing the action here. 3 turnovers for the Royals. Nearing the midway point first quarter. A little press from Mascoma Valley. Isaiah Reese's 3 is short. Cheek tips it to himself and has his second field goal in the paint.
That's another demonstration of the 6'5" senior rebounding, and what did he do? He kept the ball up high. So if there's any young folks watching, keep the ball up high.
Here's Martin in the post, left it short. Reese's second rebound.
He was there for defensive purposes as well. His hands up.
Jalen looking to push. Logan Grant ready to fire. Can't get it, but there he is. And again in the paint. Jalen Reese's 3rd rebound, his 3rd field goal. And Mascoma Valley has seen enough. Timeout. Coach Ayers wants to talk it over midway through this first quarter. The top seed and undefeated Gilford Golden Eagles out to a 10-1 lead.
So the length is rearing its head right now, Nick. The length. Now we've seen it now multiple times. Offensive rebound. Look at that. Put back. Up high. Keeps the ball up high. Doesn't bring the ball down. We see a lot of players go up, get a rebound, bring the ball down low, get it knocked away. Both these players, both these 6'5" players have kept the ball up high, and Mascoma's playing man. They've got to box out further away from the basket. They have to push out, otherwise they have no chance on the boards because of the length and athleticism of Gilford.
Here's Coach Ayers trying to probably stress that exact point there. It's a tall order for sure when you're giving up 3 or 4 inches really across the board on that front line. Got to be attentive to the box out, to your point. But offensively as well, the Royals held without a field goal now through 4 minutes.
A little flustered. I think defensively, again, the length is playing a big part on both sides. So it is really tough when your inside player is about 5'11", and he's trying to get a 2-footer when you got a 6'5" guy on both sides with their hands straight up.
Right.
I mean, how do you do that? What do you have to do? You have to use the basket. You know, a lot of reverse layup type shots to use the basket to your advantage.
Thompson for 3 out of the timeout. Won't get it to fall, and Reese with 4 rebounds already. Jalen going to keep it himself into the front court. Finds his brother on the wing, who fires a 3 around the rim and out. Another good box out there by Moulton. And the rebound ultimately ends up with Smith. Royals looking for their first field goal, trailing 10-1 now as we move towards 3 minutes to go first quarter.
You know, and
there's the high post. Shot won't go down for Moulton.
That's the one you need right there, the 10-footer.
Jalen Reese, another rebound. We're going to go one-on-one here. Spin, fade, you bet.
Wow.
That one from just inside the free throw line. The 14-footer makes it 12-1. And Jalen Reese off to a great start. 8 points, 5 rebounds unofficially.
That's an almost impossible shot to stop with his size and the way he keeps the ball up after the spin. That was a beautiful shot. Good release, good follow-through. You see the zone right now is stymieing Mascoma.
Smith for 3 out of the corner. Well, there's the answer. First field goal comes with 2.5 remaining in the first quarter. Smith had some room there to square up, and he makes it 12-4.
Yeah, that was a good shot. They needed a basket. They needed to see the ball go in the rim other than one free throw.
Gilford looking for an answer. Lob inside, tipped away. It ends up, though, with Baldy on the wing. Back out to Isaiah Reese, ready to shoot. Back iron miss, hits the rim twice before Thompson collects near side for the Royals.
The younger Reese is not afraid to shoot. He hadn't made one yet, but he is not afraid to put the ball up.
High post, inside out, weak side 3 from Braden Pierce is up and in.
So we know Mascoma can shoot, right? We know they're a good shooting team. They just have to make sure they get open, and those last couple shots, they've been open.
Drive and dump, Isaiah Reese counted in the foul.
Great pass.
Got hit over the shoulder. Didn't matter, able to use the window, and now a three-point play opportunity. Golden Eagles doubling up the Royals early, 14-7.
Beautiful pass. Beautiful pass. Drew the defenders to him. You know, you don't try and tell kids not to leave their feet when they pass, but he looked like he was going to shoot that. That was a great dish to his brother for two.
Isaiah Reese completes the three-point play by knocking down the field goal. Going to slap five with Coach Aquilano and get his first rest of the evening. Foul, by the way, was on Aiden Smith. His first, team's third. 15-7. Gilford with this early lead here as we come upon 90 seconds remaining in this opening frame.
See, where are the openings now? We've moved up now. Looks almost like a 3-2 zone. One, you know, with a point out high.
Thompson for three.
They're getting open shots. Now they're getting open shots, and they're making open shots.
Took it off the ball screen and pulled the trigger quickly to cut it to 5. Thompson, his first field goal, he's got 4 points. Jalen Reese going to tiptoe the baseline, get to the rim, and finish.
Right now, Nick, he's scoring at will. He's doing whatever he wants to on offense against his Mascoma team.
Already in double figures with 10 points here as we move inside the final minute first quarter.
Back to a 2-3 zone. Good job switching defenses. You have open cutters right there. He missed them on the baseline.
Thompson down the lane, double pump, finish off the window.
Tough shot.
Zach Thompson, 6 points to lead his squad back within 5 at 17-12.
34
Coach
seconds.
Aquilano near midcourt here, waving his arms. He may have just called for the final shot.
I think you're right. I was waiting for you to say that. I think we're going to get the last shot and see if they go at around 10 or 11. You got to get it to Jalen Reese with the ball. He should have his ball in his hands.
He's going to call timeout here and talk about it.
Yeah,
it comes with just over 18 seconds remaining.
That's what I would do. Right now you have 18 seconds left. You have a 5-point lead. You want to try and attack the basket at 10 and get a layup, maybe your old school traditional 3-point play with a foul. And right now Reese has been unstoppable. So you got to put the ball in his hands. Maybe a 1-4 with a high screen, come up and attack the basket, because he's been able to get there just on his own without anything special.
Unofficially 10 points, 5 rebounds already in this first quarter for the 6'5" senior. Mascoma has been led, as expected, by Zach Thompson, who has 6 points, 6 of his team's 12 in this first quarter.
Yeah, he looks good. Looks good.
All right, Gilford looking for the last laugh here of the opening frame. They led by as many as 9. A chance to increase this 5-point lead here with 18.4 seconds remaining. Going to bring in Cameron Bushnell, 6-foot junior, to inbound the ball. He's on the floor for the first time. Isaiah Reese is back in the lineup as well. This is Henry Sleeper, who also just checked in for the first time. 10 seconds, they get it to the star. Here's Jalen Reese, wants a one-on-one with the defender, Tanner Moulton. Comes inside out. 3-pointer on the way from Bushnell off the rim, and that will do it for the first quarter. A good start for the defending champion Gilford Golden Eagles. They've got a 17-12 lead on the board after 8 minutes. Second quarter next. You are watching the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. There's Coach Rick Aquilano looking to guide the Gilford Golden Eagles to another state championship. It would be their third straight Title I on the hardwood if they can win one more game. 18-0 during the regular season. 20-point semifinal win over Hopkinton at neutral site Goffstown earlier this week. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you, and the rest of our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire team here at Keene State University, or Keene State College. Either way, we're broadcasting tonight in conjunction with the NFHS network. Gilford scored 10 of the game's first 11 points. That was their largest lead of 9. Since then, Mascoma Valley's offense able to come alive. Thompson for 3 from the wing, won't go. Offensive rebound, James Thomas, who just checked back into the lineup for Coach Harris.
A couple of good back-to-back offensive rebounds from Mascoma, working hard. Good reverse.
That one up and under.
Right hand reverse. That was, I can't see his number on the far side. Good shot, though. Use the basket to his favor.
Tyler J. Martin, his first bucket. One possession difference here at 17-14. The third-seeded Mascoma Valley Royals looking for their first state championship since 1989. 13-point win over second seed St. Thomas in the semifinals got them the championship game berth. Meanwhile, that one good off the glass. Second field goal for Isaiah Reese.
Similar move to his brother. A little spin move off the dribble.
Meanwhile, Thompson trying to shake off the defender's sleeper. Going to skip it near side for Smith.
I saw that coming. Illegal
That's
screen.
a moving screen against Martin. And that fires up the fans here. The Gilford fans, at least.
Oh, yeah. They weren't happy, but it was a foul. So on that one, too, they're doing what we've asked, or what we mentioned before, where you try and screen one of the defenders at the top and use that, and then you can attack the gap that way after you screen. And so you take that player out of the defensive spot, and essentially you're playing 5-on-4 if you set a good screen.
A little pressure here from the Royals, no problem for the Golden Eagles. It leads to a 3 in the corner. That's Isaiah Reese's first from downtown, starting to come alive here. 5 of his 8 points in this second quarter, and the lead is back to 8. Royals look to respond. Moulton nearly lost his footing. Thompson from deep. 3 won't go. Rebound to Baldy. Looks to push it up the floor. Isaiah Reese to the rim. A late whistle now. As the defender Thompson knocked down in the paint. The foul is going to go against Thompson.
Just didn't get there on time. If we look at the replay, when the Wizard shows the replay, if he decides to on this one or not, he didn't get there on time. Reese decided to speed up at the last second, and it was just really difficult for him to cut him off.
That's an aggressive take, very tough to defend. Thompson picks up his first. Meanwhile, the first free throw offering from Reese won't go. Meanwhile, more subs from Coach Aquilano, sleeper. It's a number of high fives as he checks out. A good stint there. Logan Grant, the 6'1 junior, returns to the lineup. Meanwhile, an 0-for-2 trip there for Reese.
So it works out to a good foul, right?
Yeah. Meanwhile, Thomas tried to attack and lost it.
Thought he got knocked away, but he just lost the ball. And it goes, timeout. An interesting, 22-14. Probably a good idea. Don't let the lead get too big.
Fourth turnover for Mascoma Valley here in this first half. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you from Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, broadcasting the second championship game of the day here with the NFHS Network and NFHSnetwork.com. Also brought to you by, of course, UNH Army ROTC. Go beyond your field of study and get a world-class education in leadership. It's a challenging path, but the choice is simple. Decide to lead at goarmy.com/officer. To learn more about Army ROTC, contact your local scholarship and enrollment officer, Joseph LaPlante, via email at joseph.laplante@unh.edu or by telephone at 603-862-7075. All right, Gilford, they've been in the driver's seat throughout this first half. Led by as many as 9. A chance to push that lead to 10 here. Instead, it's Thompson with the steal. Took it away from Baldy, attacks Baldy, but lost it on his way up. Good hands again by Isaiah Reese. And then his bounce pass Goes off the foot of Moulton. Strong take by Thomas, and a foul at the iron is going to go against Isaiah Reese.
Looked like a couple missed calls on the baseline. That's why Coach Aquilano was a little upset on the baseline on the low side official. And then they got away with a kick ball on the other way, but no one called it. And that looked like an intentional kick to me.
Kind of a wild back and forth there.
It was.
As this free throw is good. That puts Thomas in the scorer's book, the 6'2 junior. Picked up a couple of early fouls. Sat most of that first quarter. Second one is good.
I'd like them to go back to having Jalen Reese handle the ball. They've gone away from that a couple times, and they've been unsuccessful on offense when he doesn't have the ball in his hands.
Let's see what he does here. Goes into the lane off a spin move. The fade is going to go. A friendly roll, his 6th field goal, 12 points to lead everybody.
Same move, right? Same move. He just rises up above everyone else and has a nice, soft touch.
Great footwork, too.
Oh, yeah.
He's the complete package.
That's backspin, too. That touch comes from backspin, snapping your wrist.
Yep.
Ball hits the rim and is kind to you when you have backspin.
All right, the correct rotation. Meanwhile, Thompson trying to free himself up, whips it down low. It's back up top for Smith, who cans the three. Second from downtown for the junior Aiden Smith. 6 points. And that dagger cuts the lead to 5.
Very patient, fortuitous shot.
Here's Grant looking for the answer, and the left-handed
right back, playing
comes up with his first field goal.
Matching points.
Little tick for tack. Meanwhile, Moulton down the lane. Misplays it off the back iron, and there's Cheek with a big 2-hand rebound for Gilford.
Tough decision there. It was 1-on-2. Didn't have the advantage, didn't have any rebounders. The rest of his team was kind of waiting back. So
we're midway through this second quarter. Cheek for 3. That won't go. Thomas snatches the board from Mascoma Valley, and the Royals will slow it down. Coach Harris up off his chair at midcourt, hoping his team can capitalize here. They trail by 8. Guilford retreats to a 2-3 zone once again.
Yeah, they've stayed in that zone entirely. I thought maybe they might switch occasionally and go man just to see, just give them a different look.
Weak side, Smith ready to shoot, can't get it, but there's the follow.
Reese got lost on that play in the zone.
Tyler J. Martin, second rebound, second field goal. 2-possession game again at 27-21. Final 3:20 here before halftime.
Coach Ayers is on his feet, clapping, trying to get his team motivated to attack.
He's up and down in front of the bench right now. Meanwhile, another silky smooth move for Jalen Reese.
Beautiful left hand, drop step, jump hook right in the middle. Boy, he is fun to watch.
He has brought his A game today, 14 points and counting. Meanwhile, a near steal. It's going to stay this way. Isaiah Reese almost came up with his third steal.
You got to keep going to the well, though, right? If Jalen is playing this way, he hasn't missed but one shot, I believe. You got to keep getting him the ball, finding ways to get him open, because right now they can't stop him. You got to find a way to stop him.
Ride that wave, right?
Yeah, might as well. He's hot. You keep going to him until he can't.
Open 3 for Thomas. Going to leave it short. Ball up for grabs in the paint. It ends up with Isaiah Reese. The junior into the front court, and that's a kick ball as Thompson gets his right sneaker on it.
Right idea, though. Bounce pass through the middle. If he would have just been a little bit more of that pass to the right, he was wide open for a 2-footer.
Here's a good entry pass off the inbound. Jalen Reese using the window yet again.
He is absolutely unstoppable right now.
16 points. Coming up on 2 minutes remaining first half. Coming up at halftime, we'll look back at the first half, stats, highlights, analysis, and a recap of the girls' Division III championship game, won earlier by Concord Christian. That's all coming up at halftime. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you from the Owl's Nest here at Keene State. It's been a fun evening.
We may need a timeout, Nick. Jalen Reese has, I think, a bloody nose, and
well, he's going to grab the rebound anyway. He's going to power out of a crowd. Here he comes with the crossover. Going to pick up the dribble, rise, fire, and that one's no good off the back iron.
Yeah, he's bleeding, and I think he tried to make that clear to his coach.
Thomas up the floor to Moulton, who's got the layup. Well, he's going to play on. Not sure if he was able to stop
Can't tell.
the bleeding or if maybe it's been okay. Meanwhile, Isaiah down the lane and a foul.
Yeah,
They go against the defense here, and let's see. I think it was on the floor. Yep, they're going to inbound it here, coming up on the baseline. Foul. Going to go against James Thomas, and that is number 3
Thomas
against
is
the junior. Yeah, he's frustrated as he heads over to the bench. So his 3rd foul, and he'll sit the rest of this first half. Meanwhile, that one a contested shot in the paint and a rare miss there for Jalen Reese.
He got bumped a little bit. It was a great look. They got the ball up where it should be. Way to get on the floor, though. Great dive on the floor.
Both ways, good effort. Meanwhile, travel. Yep, they've got an extra little half step there on Martin.
Martin's had gotten away with one of those, and I think he's been called for 2, so he's got to get his feet set. But when you see a 6'5" guy right there when you're about ready to shoot the 2-footer, sometimes you tend to get happy feet.
Yep. 6th turnover for his team here in this first half. Final minute, second quarter. Looking for a double-digit lead. It won't go down, and the weak side rebound is pulled in by Braden Pierce. Mascoma Valley the other way. They trail by 8, final 45 seconds. Up top, Smith comes up shooting. That one short from straight away. The rebound goes to Baldy, and now Gilford is going to slow it down. Yep, Coach Aquilano waving his arms at midcourt yet again. Meanwhile, good defense here. Jalen Reese to the floor, and a travel upon the landing is going to give the ball back to Mascoma Valley.
That's not a travel. He lost the ball. It's not a travel. He didn't get up. He lost the ball. Just make the pass. You're on the ground. Just make the pass. That is a good play.
Good defense by Moulton to poke it loose.
That was good defense. They might want to almost have a discussion. Here we go. Maybe not.
Well, I think what you said earlier about Reese and the bloody nose is starting to finally become an issue here. It's being addressed on the sideline. The trainer is trying to get some Kleenex in one of those nostrils and get the senior back on the floor. He's going to have to sit at least for a possession here.
He is.
30 seconds to go. Royals with the basketball. They trail by 8, and they may be trying to play here for the final shot of the first half. Down to 20 seconds. Thompson, the senior point guard, up top. They're going to swing it and now get it back in his hands here with 13 on the clock. He's got one eye on the scoreboard. Gives it over to Smith, the three-point threat. It comes down the lane. The runner is good off the glass.
They have time. They can get off a decent shot. Doesn't have to be a 40-footer.
Baldy leaner won't go, and that will do it for the first half. Gilford led by as many as 9. They see their lead trimmed to 6 after 2 quarters. A good effort by Mascoma, who surrendered the first 10 of the first 11 points, trailed 10-1 about midway through that first quarter. Been chipping away ever since, and they're within shouting distance at the midway point, 31-25.
Yeah, an impressive comeback. And you watch an unstoppable Jalen Reese having to miss just a couple baskets there at the end. I think maybe his nose was bothering him. I think that was a concern. You could kind of tell he was paying attention to that. But Mascoma did some good things. They made a couple shots. They got a couple of extra shots via offensive rebounds. They were smart at the end, decided to hold the ball for what they thought was the last shot. You know, kind of Gilford did get one off. It was about a 30-footer, so it wasn't a great shot. But I thought a very well played first half. Some nerves maybe early. Coach Ayers has kind of been jumping up and down. I think you're trying to get his kids' attention. So second half, his offense will be on his side. So maybe he can kind of make those adjustments a little bit easier because now they'll be able to see him. So I'm looking forward to a really good second half, and I hope it compares to the game we just saw, the ladies' championship, because that was a great game as well.
Yeah, it came down to the final couple of minutes. Concord Christian able to sneak one out over Kona. We'll recap that coming up, as well as look back at the first half with stats and highlights. We'll be back in a moment. 31-25, Gilford at halftime. You are watching coverage of the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network. broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com.
Hey, I'm Chad, the owner of New Hampshire iPhone Repair. We're New Hampshire's most trusted and affordable repair shop for your iPhone, iPad, iPod, and even Android needs. Don't worry, we're affordable, reliable, and we back our parts with a lifetime warranty. And do you know what the best part is? No, what? We can repair your phone while you wait.
I know, that's why I'm here.
Oh, I know, Mrs. Green. Here's your iPad, good as new. Bring your phone into New Hampshire iPhone Repair today.
The New Hampshire Tomahawks promote the highest level of club lacrosse competition, not just in the state, but in the country. Looking to get recruited, Director Chris Cameron keeps an open dialogue with the nation's top college lacrosse coaches. Over 400 New Hampshire Tomahawks alumni have played at the college level, including the ACC, Big East, Big Ten, Ivy, NESCAC, NE10, and more. New Hampshire Tomahawks coaching staff has over 100 coaches, including current high school, varsity, and college coaches. The Tomahawks offer training for players of all ages, clinics, camps, and leagues, along with spring, summer, and fall elite teams. So play with the best. The New Hampshire Tomahawks, showcase and development for college lacrosse. Visit NewHampshireTomahawks.com and girls.nhtomahawks.com. How can you reach your team's fundraising goals at no risk and no cost? MG Sports offers a variety of products to make your team's fundraiser a success. Their products include tickets and discount cards to hundreds of local businesses. MG Sports now has a digital platform where athletes can raise funds in the comfort and safety of their own home. So become another athletic program like Bedford, Goffstown, or Memorial that sets fundraising records every season. MG Sports, fundraising made easy. Visit mgsportsfundraising.com to start raising money for your team today.
Buy local and save big. For over 26 years, Spectrum Monthly has been providing great local offers from businesses in New Hampshire and Massachusetts, delivered to your mailbox every month. Spectrum is chock full of savings from your favorite businesses. From local restaurants and retail stores to entertainment, fitness, and home improvement services. You'll have easy access to thousands of dollars in savings, including exclusive offers for Spectrum readers. Every month, enter our readership contest for a chance at winning cash and local gift certificates. Spectrum Monthly, no one brings you better offers.
Well, halftime here in Keene. We've got a good one brewing here in this Division III championship game. It's the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. Gilford came out ready to play. The defending champs looking for another trophy for the school case. And really set the tone early. Scored 10 of the game's first 11 points. Held a 9-point lead, which turned out to be their largest of that first half, about midway through the first quarter. That's when Mascoma Valley was able to begin at least to chip away. Zach Thompson, the senior point guard, he's got a team-high 6 points at the midway point. Had help from Aiden Smith. He's actually the team leader with 8, a couple of threes, and then a 2 there on the final possession. 8 points in all for the junior, and Mascoma Valley back within shouting distance, a 2-possession game at halftime, 31-25.
When the ball is in Jalen Reese's hands, good things happen. And I think right now Mascoma needs to try and take the ball out of his hands, because when they've done that, they've been able to make some stops and come down, at least have opportunities to score and get good shots. When he has the ball in his hands, though, he either attacks the basket and he's getting layups or wide open, 5-footers, or he's shooting over the defense, or he makes a good pass to somebody who's wide open because they have to collapse on him. Now, if those guys don't make shots, like his brother appears to be a volume shooter, he's taking a lot of shots and hasn't really made but a couple. So if those guys don't make shots, so and he's working that hard to get them shots, then Mascoma has a really good chance to come back, as long as they rebound and they push. Because I've heard from listening to some people, they like to push the tempo a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We haven't seen a lot of tempo yet.
Not yet.
Maybe that's a second half adjustment. So we always like to see what adjustments will these teams make in the second half right away.
Well, you mentioned Jalen Reese, the senior, playing in his final game for Gilford. Win or lose tonight, it's been a successful career, of course, Big part of last year's championship. Big part of the team that got it done on the floor in 21 as well. And so far, he has lived up to the hype. 16 points, all twos, and all makes coming from in the painted area. Also had a team-high 5 rebounds. His brother Isaiah, a sneaky 8 points, a couple of steals defensively as well. There's Coach Silas Aris in the Mascoma Valley huddle. Coach Aquilano, one final halftime message for the Golden Eagles as well. So 31-25. Gilford looking to capture the crown on the floor for the 3rd straight season, while Mascoma Valley hoping to hoist the trophy for the first time in 34 years.
It's going to be a bit of an uphill battle for Mascoma, but again, I'm curious about the adjustments. It's funny, we always go into the locker room as coaches and you talk to your players and you tell them about 10 minutes worth of things, and what happens as soon as you get out in the court and be ready to play, you got 5 more things to tell them. So it's like you just can't get enough out there to remind them of what they have to do. So we shall see. I'm looking forward. Good half, good second half. And right away we see Reese with the ball in his hands early.
And Tanner Moulton has done a pretty good job staying with him as well. He's drawn the man-to-man assignment almost exclusively for the first half. Across the lane, shot ends up short for Logan Grant, and a good strong rebound for Aiden Smith of the Royals.
Thought he might have got hit on the arm. No call, but yeah, Coach Aquilano's all up on the floor. That's awesome.
Yeah, he's upset. Nearly at mid-court. Still barking at the officials here.
No coaching box for him.
No.
The school of John Langlow is coaching boxes.
Well, again, you're in the game long enough, the officials will give you a pass.
They do.
Meanwhile, Thompson has got no problem slowing it down here. Royals a patient trip. They're down 6. Coming up on the first minute now of this 3rd quarter gone by.
Trying to set some screens, get open. Right now, it's like we're trying to go set it up for some one-on-one opportunities, but I think they're better, as are most teams, when you pass, cut, move the ball.
Smith into the lane, lost his footing. It ends up as Isaiah Reese's 3rd takeaway.
He's hurt. Right now we have an injured player, and they won't stop until play stops on this end.
3-pointer short from Baldy. Rebound ends up with Martin, who sends it up the floor to Thompson, who knocks down a 3.
Tough shot. That was 2 on 5, and he pulled up for the 3. So that's a guy with some cojones right there. That's a tough shot.
He's going to play college ball next year at Castleton State. He's got 9 points. Meanwhile, this one is up and in. Elbow jumper for Sam Cheek. 6 points for the 6'5" center. Here's a nice back door. Inside out, Smith playing on a hobbled ankle. Runner won't go off the glass, and Cheek keeps the rebound high for Gilford. Skip pass, Baldy on the weak side. Comes into the lane with a runner of his own. That one around the rim and out. Rebound tipped out to Isaiah Reese, who knocks it down.
Good-looking 15-footer. I'd like to see him shoot more of those shots as opposed to the 3-point shots that he's taken. I think that's a better shot for him. It looks better.
That one pretty to watch.
That was.
He's the 2nd Golden Eagle in double figures now with 10. 2.5 gone by, 3rd quarter. The lead pushed back up to 7 here for the top-seeded and undefeated defending champions.
Mascoma still in that zone. Right now, they're trying to a lot of communication. It's almost like a matchup zone. If you look, everybody's sort of matched up with a player, right? See where we're at? Matchup. Oh, he
giving
backed
room
up.
on the wing. The 3-pointer. Too strong from the junior. Another rebound for Jalen Reese of Gilford. Up the floor to his brother, who had it pulled loose from behind, but a foul is called.
Good call. Got a push from behind as well. But I'm trying to figure out defensively, it looks like Gilford is thinking about matchup zone, so they're trying to find each other in certain areas, find the offensive player, and we have to see what happens on the next play down.
Here's a steal. Intercepted by Thompson, a 3-on-2. He attacks, spins, count it, and the foul.
Tough shot. Tough shot, beautiful shot. He's not afraid to go 1-on-2, 1-on-3 down there with no rebounders. I like that. That's some guts.
That's a pretty spin move as well. Good finish. And he draws the foul on the defender, Logan Grant.
Momentum is shifted. Every time we have these games that are close, we see a team start to creep back, right? This has been a momentum shift. And the crowd is a big part of this, right?
Yeah.
Yelling. That's a really big Mascoma crowd today.
Yeah. I'd say they have the numbers advantage, although
It's a quiet Gilford side right now.
At least right now, the blue and yellow section of this crowd on the near side, hoping Gilford can respond. Their lead cut to 4. They'll push it back up to 6 as Isaiah Reese goes off the glass.
Saw that Aiden Smith wanted a foul, an offensive foul, and knockdown there, but didn't see much.
Royals going to pull it out here.
Fired up.
Coach Aquilano trying to cheer on the defense here. And now a foul is going to come, a reach-in foul against the Golden Eagles. We're going to get a timeout on the floor. It's called by Mascoma Valley because they want to talk it over as we near the midway point, third quarter. We're still stuck at a 6-point gap at 37-31.
Making way, right, headway. They've sort of creeping up on them a little bit. They're playing a little differently this half. They're attacking the basket more on the fast break situations, on steals. Gilford looks a little out of sorts this half. They've had a couple nice passes, nice baskets, but Mascoma's playing different. You notice that? They're playing a little bit differently right now. More aggressive, right? Attacking, point guard.
A little more urgency, maybe?
You need to be urgent, right? Because they got to find a way to stop the big fella who a little quiet right now, right? Let's see if he turns it around, steps it up again, and starts dominating like he did in the first half as Jalen Reese.
It's been an uphill battle for Mascoma Valley. Reese led Gilford to a 10-1 run, and they played with the lead ever since. Mascoma, a chance to cut into this 6-point lead. And a foul is called here on the wing. It's going to go against Logan Grant. Tried to get his hands on that pass, ended up getting bodied, and he picks up his second foul.
Not a good foul, but if you look at it, matchup zone, you see how everybody kind of goes up and matches up offensively, or matches up with someone offensively, but yet they still stay in the zone. If the player leaves, they stay there.
Thompson double team, bounce pass for Moulton across the lane, never quite had it. Ends up with a steal by Sam Cheek. Turnover number 8 for the Royals. Thompson triple team. Sorry, Reese was triple teamed. Jalen, now Isaiah with the basketball. Mascoma Valley and a man-to-man Moulton.
Reese needs to attack. They're grabbing and holding. Let's just see if he attacks the basket.
He wants it in the low post. Instead, Isaiah fires a 3. Back iron miss. Taken off the bounce, though, by Baldy. It'll stay here. That's Baldy's 4th rebound. Coach Ayers clapping his hands at midcourt, trying to inspire this defense. Still a 6-point game. Inside, Jalen up and under. No, but a foul.
Nice move. Very, very good footwork on that play. You know what? We haven't seen much of him right now, though. He hasn't gotten or done much in the second half yet. He needs to kind of get back into the flow of the game. He has 16 points.
Got to give a little bit of credit to the defender, Tanner Moulton, working hard away from the ball, right? Trying to slow him down, grab him, right?
There's some
get
grabbing,
his way,
some holding.
A little bit of elbowing. I mean, you got to rough him up a little bit when he doesn't have the basketball.
Oh, absolutely. Right? Do whatever you can. The goal should be to deny him the basketball. Don't let him catch it.
Right.
Or if he's going to catch it, you make him catch it as far away from the basket as you can, so it makes him difficult to attack the basket from that far out.
I think Moulton's done a good job of that.
Oh,
the sophomore in this third quarter particularly.
I mean, we say that, and he has 17 points, but he's working hard. I think he's doing the best he can.
Reese 1 for 2. 38-31.
Trap. Good trap.
Ball poked loose. Moulton going to keep it. Double team comes over, trying to pivot his way out of it. Nice pass, and there's the layup.
That's what happens when you trap sometimes. You go way out away from the basket, and you get cutters wide open underneath.
Pierce with the finish, the assist for Martin. Mascoma Valley back within 5 as we move inside of 3 minutes, third quarter. Jalen Reese on the low block, banker attempt, won't go. Rebound from Martin is his 4th, and the Royals have it. Chance to make it a 1-possession game again.
Reese didn't miss any of those in the first half.
Moulton into the lane, partially blocked there. Collected by Martin across the lane. Wild shot, ends up off the glass. It's still loose. Thompson's on the floor, and it's going to stay at this end.
No, I think they're going to correct that. That definitely is going the other way.
Officials talk about it. They do change the call.
Definitely went the other way. I saw that one. We saw that from here. Even on the replay, the fans are not happy. As you can see, the ball should go the other way. I think he touched it when he touched it when it was out of bounds. That's what was the problem. I don't know, though. You know what? The Wizard on the replay, though, what do you think, Nick?
It was close either way. Gilford going to get the benefit of the doubt. Good effort both ways. Meanwhile, this one is tipped out of bounds and will stay with the Golden Eagles. We get one more look at that play from a moment ago.
It's hard to tell who hit it on the way out. Yeah, but he hit it laying down. Maybe I think that's what the official thought. While he's on the ground, he touched it when the ball was out of bounds.
We got a timeout on the floor here. It comes with just over 2 minutes remaining in this third quarter. Gilford's lead is 5 at 38-33. It's been a competitive contest. As we mentioned, Gilford got out to that early 10-1 lead about 4 minutes into the game. Mascoma trimmed the gap to 12-8 after one, 31-25 at halftime. The big story from the first half was Gilford big man Jalen Reese, the senior, with 16 points. And Mascoma Valley, really with a combination offensively of Zach Thompson and Aiden Smith, able to provide two steady hands leading this come-from-behind effort. And they're certainly in the game here at 38-33.
I know, all of a sudden we look up at the clock, it's a 5-point lead by Gilford, and you've got to get back to what you were doing in the beginning. They've kind of gone away from some of that offense that they did early on. They're trying to get Jalen Reese down in the post instead of letting him attack with the ball in his hands. I think they were better when he was attacking with the ball in his hands.
A round of applause from both these fan bases. Gilford looking for a third straight championship. Mascoma Valley hoping to play spoiler and capture the crown for the first time since 1989. Gilford has led throughout. They've got the ball. Just over 2 minutes remaining here in this third quarter. They look for breathing room. Up 5, 38-33. Backdoor cut and finish by Logan Grant.
Beautiful bounce pass. Nice finish with that left hand.
Off the window. It's Grant's second field goal. The junior has 5. Mascoma looks for the response. Thompson for 3. Straight away won't go, and there's a big rebound for Cheek in a crowd. And a whistle here in the backcourt.
That's Moulton, I think, reached in there. He's not trying to complain. I think they were concerned. I'm hearing people about the elbows or whatever being thrown, but he kept his elbows tucked in and just was moving the ball around. I don't think he stuck his elbows out at all, didn't try to really hit anyone.
Sophomore still shaking his head after being hit with his second foul. He's drawn the assignment, the most important defensive assignment for his team, trying to guard number 55, Jalen Reese, and he's held his own. Meanwhile, this one up and in, it's a three-pointer. All of a sudden, Logan Grant starting to heat up. 5 of his 8 have come here over the last 2 possessions. Deep 3 for Smith. Line drive missed, tipped up in the air, and then pulled in by Henry Sleeper. His first rebound for the Golden Eagles.
Other players for Gilford are starting to step up and make some shots.
No.
Fans are going crazy.
Isaiah Reese for 3 on the fade. No, his brother's got his back, though.
Good follow, got hit, and still made the basket. No call, but good rebound.
Had a word for the defender after the putback as well. It's his lone field goal of this third quarter.
That's what I'm saying. You know, they've held him in check the second half, but other guys have now stepped up and made some shots.
Meanwhile, a quick 7-0 run by Gilford. Sleeper, another long rebound. Up the floor, Isaiah Reese, mid-range pull-up, no good, back iron. Smith the board for the Royals. And then another quick whistle here in the backcourt. The foul going to go against Isaiah Reese, a reach-in. That's his third.
Not
Comes in the final minute here of this third quarter. He's going to check out. And Baldy is going to check in here.
It wasn't a great shot, and then he did the same thing that we've talked about all night long is you're frustrated, you attack and try and get a steal, and then you make mistakes. Your brain kind of goes haywire when you shoot a bad shot like that, and you feel like you said, I think you made a comment earlier, you screwed up, you missed a shot, you want to get the ball back.
Yeah. That's his third. Coach Aquilano going to sit him most likely for the rest of this third quarter with 40 seconds to go. 3-pointer from Martin. Too strong, up for grabs. Offensive rebound in a crowd for Pierce. 3-pointer Thompson, no. Martin, a second try, no.
That's effort.
Back out again for Smith. Along the baseline, a foul is called.
That is pure effort on Mascoma. Pure effort.
It's 3 straight offensive rebounds to keep it at this end. Well, they know they've got their backs against the wall now, down 12 for the first time tonight.
They do. So we got close. They got within 5.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden,
a 7-0 run.
Right. Couple 3-point shots, two-footers. Game has opened up again. They've got to sort of regroup a little bit, slow down, and get back into running their offense, right? Pass, cut.
Starts on this possession. Final 10 seconds, third quarter. Thompson going to pull the trigger from the wing. Three-pointer, too strong. Skying rebound for Jalen Reese. Here he comes into the front court. Right-hand dribble. Gets it over to Baldy. Three-pointer, too strong. And that will do it for the third quarter. Gilford, after seeing their lead trimmed down to 5, they respond with 7 unanswered to end the quarter on a high note. They lead by a dozen as we move to the fourth. Is it Gilford's night? Will they cap an undefeated season and capture their third straight championship? Or will Mascoma Valley come back and win the title for the first time in 34 years? We begin to find out next. You are watching the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Our broadcast today, as it always is brought to you by Beals Insurance Agency, with locations now in both Bedford and Londonderry. Whether you need home, auto, or business insurance, Beals Insurance will get you both the price and quality coverage that's right for you. Just call 603-471-9999 or visit BealsInsurance.com to request a free quote and start saving money today. Again, that's BealsInsurance.com. Well, here we are in the fourth quarter of a championship game. The lead is a dozen for undefeated and top-seeded defending champion Gilford. 45-33 our score with now inside of 8 minutes of regulation basketball remaining. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. It's the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship here on Friday Night Lights, New Hampshire, in conjunction with the NFHS Network. Smith with a 3. Too strong, his teammate Thomas able to track down the rebound off the bounce, and now loses his footing and the ball out of bounds as he stumbles underneath the basket on the baseline.
Yeah, that's a tough play. You didn't have room to throw the ball to. You know, you dribble baseline like that, you got to have somebody over there. So it's a very difficult pass to make. You're falling, you're throwing the ball hard. Oftentimes it just doesn't go the way it's supposed to.
And we've seen a wet spot earlier at almost that same spot on the baseline.
You're absolutely right. And you know what? He just slipped over there on the same spot.
Right.
So they should probably go over and look at that. Maybe the officials should go over and check, because that could pose a problem. Maybe that's why he slipped.
Well, the two gentlemen with the mop, they've been busy. We've seen them out there at times, not just in this game either, but it's been a long day for the crew here at Keene State. We saw the Division III championship captured by Concord Christian over Conant. And before that, on the men's basketball side, the Little East Championship was played here tonight between Western Connecticut and Keene State. So it's been an all-day affair for the folks here at KSU, and we appreciate it. Nick Anastas, Justin Gorham with you. As we mentioned, Gilford, they won the championship with an asterisk attached back in 2020 after the tournament was canceled.
Yeah, that's 4 teams. When you said that to me,
4 teams, yeah.
I don't feel good about that one.
But they did get it done on the hardwood a year later in 21. Captured an 8-point win over Kearsarge on this floor a year ago, and looking to make it 3 straight with a win here. They've led wire to wire, and they add to the lead with a Logan Grant 3. It's his 3rd from downtown. He's in double figures now with 11.
He has come up huge in the second half. And, you know, you have to collapse and guard Jalen Reese. You have to maybe even double him if they're getting guys wide open. Good decisions. This matchup zone, too, is posing problems right now.
And Jalen Reese starting to pile up some assists for Gilford as well, which was your point.
Yes.
Meanwhile, a rebound for Cheek in a crowd. He's starting to influence this game on the backboard with 6 rebounds. Splits defenders. Thompson, a finger roll off the glass.
He went all the way coast to coast a la Magic Johnson with that finger roll at the end.
Yeah, pretty finish off the glass. He's been the game's high scorer from the get-go, now with 21 points. Meanwhile, a whistle here, and
it's off the foot, I believe, unless he thinks it was off his leg. I don't know what he thinks on the replay of that, but there's a beautiful replay finger roll.
beautiful.
Look at that. That looked wonderful.
He has come to play, shot a very high percentage from the floor.
Absolutely.
As well. Meanwhile, carry here. It's going to come against Thompson.
The rare carry call. We've only had one. We had one in a long time. We had one earlier tonight, right? One carry call. Or was that yesterday? I'm all mixed up. But you don't see too many carries anymore, right? Because guys dribble now, and it's almost like they carry every time they dribble the ball. So it has to be egregious, and it should be advantageous to the offense to make the call.
Right. Like my father likes to say, if you don't gain an advantage, then did you really break the rule, right?
This is true.
All right, timeout on the floor, 50-33. Guilford has opened up their largest lead. What do you do here if you're Coach Aris with your club now down 17?
Well, down to 6:22 left in this half, you're going to have to do something different. You're going to have to press. You're going to have to start maybe to foul. What are we looking at on foul situations? I believe they have 3. So they have 3 fouls. They're going to have to try and get to the point where they can get Gilford into the bonus. They have to 4 fouls to get them to bonus, to get to 7. So if you press and you're aggressive, go for some steals, go for some reaches, try and knock the ball away. Maybe they call it, maybe they don't. But at least you're going to foul and get them closer so you have a chance in the end with a couple minutes left, right, to turn into sort of a free throw situation where you maybe get a foul, basket, and try and come back some way that you can. But you can't keep doing what you're doing right now. You got to change it up.
Got to hope some of those 3 balls start to fall as well. They did knock down a few from downtown in that first half.
Yeah, first half they did.
The offense has dried up over the last several minutes dating back to late in the third quarter. All in all, it's a 12-0 run here from Guilford over the last 4 or so minutes.
Yeah, we're at 17 points now. You're going to have to do something pretty different and pretty radical in order to come back.
Well, it starts here, and it can start with a stop if you're the Royals. Guilford looking to add to the lead, and this kid is on fire.
That is his 3rd 3 in a row, if I'm not mistaken.
The lefty Logan Grant, he knocked down one in the first half as well. He's got 11 of his 14 in the second half, and here's an offensive foul up top against Tyler J. Martin, a moving screen against the junior.
Pretty easy call to make.
11th turnover for the Royals.
I didn't see much. I think he stuck his leg out, so you call that one. Tried to get away with it, but you can't do it right in front of the official. You just got to be smart.
Jalen Reese trying to avoid a double team.
Here it is.
Skip pass near side. Baldy comes up shooting, and another one goes on the board for Guilford.
Now we're 23-point lead. Might have to call timeout.
A 15-0 run. Thompson, a pinwheel shot. He's going to get it off the glass.
They needed that. Tough shot.
Senior trying to keep his team in the game. 56-35, coming up on 3 minutes gone by, 4th quarter. Baldy against the press, comes into the corner for Grant. We got a whistle and a travel.
Well, we couldn't see his feet. Even he's confused. I didn't see much of a... I didn't even see him move, to be honest. Maybe on the replay we get to see a little bit.
Yeah, we couldn't see his feet up here. May have shuffled before changing direction. Either way, a rare Guilford turnover, just the 7th tonight against the Golden Eagles.
And as we always say, if you can keep the turnovers down, great block.
Good block there. Jalen Thompson erasing what would have been a layup there for James Thomas.
That's my player of the game so far. If they hang on and win this one, he's my player of the game.
Here's a steal. Thompson out racing. Gets it with the right hand to cut the lead back to 19.
But that's the kind of thing you have to do, right? Take some chances, go for the steal from behind. When he turns his back and makes that spin move, go for the steal.
Unofficially 9 turnovers now for Gilford. Grant.
Heat check.
Hit one from that spot a moment ago, but couldn't capitalize there. Aiden Smith, his 5th rebound for the Royals. We near the midway point, 4th quarter. It's now or never for Mascoma, and they turn it over. Good hands on the poke away. Ends up with the 4th steal for Isaiah Reese. Gilford back with the ball. Coach Aquilano trying to restore order here. Instead, the junior will fade it away. No. Grant, 2nd try. No. 3rd try, Isaiah Reese. No. 4th try. Yes, sir, for Sam Cheek.
That's offensive rebounds. That's size. You know what, Nick? We talked about the size at the beginning of the game, and it wasn't an issue too much in the first half, other than Jalen Reese being just too much. Now look at it. Look
Thompson
at it now.
tangled up with Jalen Reese on the rebound. That's rebound number 10 by my count for the senior, giving him a double-double here.
Double-double, and he's played really smart, too. He makes good decisions with the ball, good passes.
He played well in the championship game last year against Kearsarge as a junior. But this is a tremendous performance. 21 and 10. Maybe not telling the whole story. Meanwhile, Isaiah Reese adds to his point total. 6 in the second half, 14 now for the junior.
Man,
the lead up to 23 for the first time.
The brothers are putting on a good show.
Thomas inside across the lane to Smith, who gets the banker. Aiden Smith's first bucket since the halftime break. In double figures now with 10. There's a foul in the backcourt against the sophomore defender, Tanner Moulton. Guilty of the reach in there. That's, I believe, his third. It is. That also puts his team up against the foul limit with 6.
We said they needed to be there, though, right? That's where they have to be.
Yep.
You got to put them at the line.
Still a big lead, though, of 21 here. Gilford against the zone press. It's going to lead to a dunk. Two-hand stuff for Sam Cheek. And now what happened? A technical for hanging on the rim.
You can't call that technical foul on that. He had a player standing behind him. Watch. You had a player standing under him right there. You want to land on that player. He hung on just a little too early, but because Thompson snuck in there, right? You got to hang on a little bit. I don't know. What do you think? You making that call?
No.
No, I'm not making that call either.
Thompson trying to capitalize, gets a friendly roll at the other end.
If Thompson hadn't snuck in there,
I
would
would
have made
say
that call.
That's a crafty play by Thompson, if anything. Right? Force the referee. Force him to hang on the rim and then force the official to call it.
Yeah,
That's a good play by
underneath.
Thompson. Right, he knew what he was doing. It's a good play.
Yeah,
And he cashes in on the other end, 2 points for his team.
And the official fell for it, so you can't make that call. I get if you're hanging on to it and shaking around, there's nobody there. If Thompson wouldn't have been there,
right,
then you can call ahead and call that T.
Right.
But Thompson was there and ran underneath him.
Right. 62-40. May just be a footnote in the end here. It's been Gilford's night from the get-go. They come up with another steal. Big second half for Logan Grant, and why not 2 more?
Well, you know what? The refrigerator door has been closed because Mascoma has put in and cleared their bench and brought in all subs. So they have 5 new players in the game that have not been in yet.
By the way, it's a 26-7 run since late in the third quarter when this was still a 5-point game. A late second half explosion here from Gilford. It's most likely going to put the cherry on the championship Sunday. An undefeated regular season at 18-0. A semifinal win. Also punctuated by a big second half over Hopkinton back on Wednesday. Jalen Reese had 24 points in that game. All in all, just another dream season, really, for Coach Aquilano as his clubs get set to celebrate on the floor for the 3rd straight year.
Yeah, undefeated season, had only a few games that were relatively close.
2 more for Jalen Reese. He's knocked down after the play. They're going to say count the bucket and the foul.
Yeah, this gives the opportunity, though, for Gilford now to get some players in the game. I don't know why you don't put everyone in at this point. You got 3 of them, just throw them all in there. Give everybody a chance to play.
Here they come. Going to pull some of the starters off. Baldy, Grant, and Cheek all coming off the floor. In Cheek's case, it may be for the final time as a Gilford Golden Eagle as the senior set to go out a champion yet again. Meanwhile, free throw up and in for Jalen Reese. And now he's going to get the big hug from the head coach and the standing ovation from the student body.
Outstanding. He played an outstanding game. In the playoffs here, he's our player of the game. I think you'd agree with me that he played really well.
His brother Isaiah Dunn as well. Isaiah expected to be back next year as well.
I'm kind of curious what Jalen Reese will do. Will he do the prep school year where you kind of reclassify and go 1 more year of prep school? I could see that. A little more, muscle, kind of mature a little bit, and then, you know what? He might be able to play somewhere.
Well, no matter what he decides to do, I think the future is bright.
I agree, 100%.
Putting on a beautiful performance. And ironically finishes with 24 points, just like he did Wednesday night in the semifinal. Going to couple that with 12 rebounds, the high man on the glass.
That's consistency, Nick, right? Consistency in the playoffs, especially when you have to come up big, that is consistency.
Three-pointer. Too strong for Gavin Clark. The junior just came on. That one won't go for sleeper either. It's finally tipped out to Mascoma's Bryce Ballou, freshman guard, getting some time here late in this championship game. Royals trail 67-40. Largest lead on the board for the Golden Eagles as we head towards 1 minute remaining in this fourth quarter.
And this is fun. You want to see some of these guys get their name in the newspaper and the box score. That's what they want.
Up and under. Too strong. Sleeper is fourth rebound. Looking to push the ball up the floor. Finds Luke Houle, the senior. His three-pointer is too strong. Rebound for Tyler Stark, junior, for the Royals, who go down the lane, count it, and the foul.
Ty, he wants to get his name in the box score, right? Get
Tyler
your name
Stark,
in there.
yeah, 6'1 junior. Good right hand, strong take, and a
All
chance
the
for
way.
one more. Yep, with 41 seconds remaining. Foul goes against Cooper Perkins, 6'3 sophomore, who just checked in for Gilford. Meanwhile, Henry Sleeper, we got some good minutes tonight. Freshman, pulled in 4 rebounds unofficially. He's going to come off the floor.
Sleeper, it's kind of good. He came in as a sleeper.
Yeah.
Got some things done that we didn't know he could get done.
Absolutely.
So we got Baldy, and I thought you were making fun of me first when you called out Baldy.
No,
But then you had Sleeper for a minute there. I thought
I'm part of the Baldy clan. I don't attack my own. Meanwhile, this one up and in.
Look at that, number 34.
That's Gavin Clark. Seemingly a fan favorite. Got the bench fired up and the student section.
Gavin looks like a football player who came out to play basketball and just having fun.
Yeah. He's having a blast right now defensively here. Final 10 seconds. Good piece of ball handling by Ballou. Shot goes around. Offensive rebound for Colin Myers, the freshman who just came on. And that will do it.
Colin got a little upset there. He didn't make that basket, but
Gilford going to celebrate on the floor. They are the 3-time defending champions. They cap off an undefeated campaign with a 69-43 victory over Mascoma Valley. It is their technically 4th in a row and their 5th since 2004 when they did it back over Pelham 65-62. So Coach Aquilano once again bringing the Golden Eagles to the promised land. A big night for senior Jalen Reese in his final game. 16 of his 24 points came in the first half. He's going to finish up with a double-double unofficially of 24 and 12. Had help tonight from the little brother, Isaiah Reese, the junior. Kind of a quiet 14 points. Made his mark defensively with 4 steals. And Logan Grant had a big second half. 13 of his 16 came after halftime. He knocked down 4 3-pointers to help fuel, at one point, a 15-0 run that put this game to bed.
That run was huge because they ended up winning, I think, the second half, 38-18. Right? If my numbers are correct and my mathematical skills are not always the best, but I think it was 38-18 at the half.
Right. Yep.
So that's a huge half, right? 38 points in that half when they kind of had a little bit of a lull in the second quarter. And then all of a sudden they just exploded though. He ended up hitting a couple threes, got a 2, and then they just started rolling. All of a sudden they were rolling, getting steals. And the matchup zone was very difficult though, I think, for Mascoma. I don't know if they've seen that yet. Maybe that was something they've been working on and hadn't used.
Just a lot of length though.
It is. Right? A lot of length, and your hands are everywhere. Active hands, we used to call it, right? With steals and knockdowns. And they were just too much right now today for Mascoma to handle. Just too much.
Got to shout out Sam Cheek as well, the big fella. The other big fella, 6'5".
Other big 6'5" player, yes.
How about 10 and 7 for him in his final game?
Another good game for a senior, right? The seniors came up big today, right? Really came up big.
All right, down on the floor, NHIAA Director Jeff Collins is going to congratulate the runners-up. Mascoma Valley, a 13-3 regular season. They closed out the regular season on a 9-win 9-game win streak, rather. Advanced with a quote-unquote upset win over St. Thomas. Second-seeded St. Thomas in the semifinals, 62-49. And we're within shouting distance at halftime tonight, and about midway through that third quarter. At one point, it was 38-33 before Gilford ended up running away with it. They are going to graduate their point guard, Zach Thompson. As we know, his playing career will continue next year at Castleton State. He's in good hands over there.
That's right.
In Vermont. And a lot of these kids will be back for Coach Aris, and Mascoma Valley, I'm sure, Justin, will be heard from again.
I know that they only had just a few seniors, right? 3 seniors and 3 freshmen, but the majority of them will be back, and I think a formative group next year, as will Gilford. I think Gilford will come back and be pretty formative as well.
Yeah.
I mean, they're going to lose their best player, right? They're going to lose Jalen Reese and the other 6'5", Sam Cheek. So they're going to lose some size, but you know what? Summertime does magical things, and all of a sudden you got a guy that's 5'11", 6 feet tall, and he comes back and he's 6'8".
Right.
So you never know what's going to happen in the summertime.
Yeah. All right, some final numbers from this one. We mentioned Thompson. He's the team's high scorer with 18 points. 12 of those came in the second half. Behind him, kind of a balanced approach, as the Royals ended up with 7 different scorers tonight. Aiden Smith, a couple of threes in that first half at 8 points at halftime. He ends up with double figures with 10. And he also pulled in unofficially 5 rebounds. Tyler J. Martin, a couple of assists, played a lot of minutes tonight, worked the glass hard, ended up with 4 points and a team-high 6 rebounds for Mascoma Valley. And again, all these numbers unofficial as we look at Gilford as well. 24,
your numbers are good, Nick.
24 and 12 for Jalen Reese, 10 and 7 for Sam Cheek. Logan Grant, 16 and a rebound to boot. And Isaiah Reese, 14 points, 4 steals. Brandon Baldy, 3 points, 4 rebounds. And Henry Sleeper, the freshman, with his championship debut of 4 rebounds in limited minutes tonight. So
Dynasty.
Gilford undefeated. They run the table and hoist the championship. Saluting the fans and the parents. Another job well done by Coach Aquilano and company. 2 champions in Division III crowned tonight here at Keene State College.
What a night.
We saw Concord Christian do it earlier in a tight back and forth with Conant. Concord Christian was the Division IV girls champion a year ago. They do it in D3 this year.
That's impressive.
And Gilford as well now in the midst of some glory days, I'd say. 3 in a row officially, 4 in a row unofficially, and number 5 overall in the last 19 seasons.
I'm thinking if you do it that many times, you have to move up. Right? I know it's based on size.
Yeah.
School size, but you can petition. If your program is good in something, you can petition to move up.
Right.
Now, do you want to stay here and just keep winning like this, or do you want to move up maybe and challenge yourself to Division II and just see how it goes for a few years, right?
Yeah.
You move up, play a different level of basketball, different style. With Division II is not much different from Division I. Usually Division I has some more size, right? Because they just have bigger schools to deal with.
Right.
But why not? Why not petition to move up?
Well,
see what you can do.
Something I'm sure Coach Aquilano has considered and may continue to consider. But right now, just enjoying the moment. A 69-43 victory, saying a final goodbye to some of his seniors. And I guess I'd imagine the message to the youngsters is enjoy it tonight. Tomorrow we get ready for
that's right.
for next year.
Yes, they're going to say some of those kids will go play baseball and some of them will do, lacrosse and some other stuff. But, hey, get these guys together in the springtime. If you can, summertime, summer league, then you have fall league, and then boom, what are you at? We're at it again next year. But a really good Division III championship experience I think we had this year.
Holding up the 4 fingers. Hey,
So
great
they're
job.
going with 4.
Yep.
Bubble.
And why not? Some of those seniors were freshmen on that.
That's right.
On that team. Again, that tournament back in 2020 canceled before they played the semifinal games due to the COVID-19
It's a mythical
situation.
Mythical championship.
Yep. All right. Your final thoughts, Justin, on what was another successful night for the NHIAA here in Division III.
Yeah, as I said a minute ago, a wonderful experience in watching two really good games, two well-coached games.
Yeah.
Teams that were young, that played well and won a title and are going to come back and probably win it again. You see a Gilford team that's sort of a dynasty situation who just keeps winning. The Conant girls, you know, they had won a few times as well, but now they have a new foe that they have to deal with. A new foe in Concord Christian, and you try and say, well, you want to say a Christian school is a foe, but guess what? That is a serious contending foe who won the title this year, and you and I had a great time. Everybody's welcoming, everybody's been nice to us, and had a blast.
Yeah, I want to thank Abe and his crew here at Keene State. We appreciate that partnership. Of course, our friends at the NHIAA, Jeff Collins and his staff, we appreciate them. I want to thank our Friday Night Lights New Hampshire sponsors, of course, Beals Insurance, MG Sports Fundraising, New Hampshire iPhone Repair, the New Hampshire Tomahawks, and Spectrum Monthly. Appreciate their ongoing support. By the way, Monday we're back in action, just 48 hours from now, for the Division IV girls semifinals. We'll bring that to you on Monday night. And a busy week with Friday Night Lights New Hampshire and the NFHS as we're on the air. Well, pretty much the whole week. Tuesday, Wednesday, it just keeps going. So
we can't be stopped.
It's an unstoppable train from here all the way to March 12th.
They can't stop us, Nick. They can only hope to contain us.
That's right. All right, I want to thank, as we mentioned, Abe and his crew, our staff here at Friday Night Lights New Hampshire, including John Barron and Matt Beals on loan until Championship Sunday. And, of course, I want to thank you, Justin, for rolling in here despite the snowy weather outside. We made the trek out west, and we appreciate the effort. So
great job again tonight, Nick. As always, great job.
And of course, the man who made it all possible, the director, the wizard of replay, Ben Beals, the man behind the curtain, back in our Beals Insurance Studios. Whole thing, of course, overseen by executive producer Steve Beals. My name is Nick Anastas, saying so long. Final score, final time, Gilford 69. Mascoma Valley 43. This has been a presentation of the 2023 NHIAA Boys Basketball Division III Championship game right here on Friday Night Lights New Hampshire in conjunction with the NFHS Network.